Just strive forward to be better in the future. So I think like we are on the good path. Did I predict that Aoi wrote or something back in Akane wrote? What's the reflection of Yuka and Gore? What is this game? Gore interdimensional being from another universe? See, Aoi is still somewhere around. Little sister of Yuka. Maybe they will like collapse before they can do anything. You are so lucky to not see this. Oh god. Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for an episode of Gore Screaming Show. So I don't know if you can even hear me talking about right now, because I might just add this to the previous episode, and I'm just cutting this intro out. But in case if I actually did the cliffhanger, welcome in another episode, and let's just continue. So yeah. The best part, let's see. Aoi shudders. Kyoji can see from the corner of his eyes, her slender legs backing away. Okay, what's the dark secret of Aoi? Oh. Oh. Okay, she actually saw first-handed what happened. Okay. So you mean the shrine, right? Aoi let out a quivering voice. She extends her arms forward like she's trying to stop him. Let me guess. She thought that Akane deserves that or something, right? Fuck. Okay. Aoi grips her head next to him. Yes, we know she likes us, yes. Okay, can we not believe Gore? Like, yeah, maybe she saw what happened and stuff, yeah, but I don't think she's that evil, right? There's no way she's so jealous that she's like willing to actually hurt her. She feels bad about what happened to Akane with Sadashima. Maybe she actually, you know, maybe that was her mindset for a while before, but she changed. And if she does, well, everyone can change, so. What's past is the past. You cannot hide it, but it's your past. Just strive forward to be better in the future. Gore high-pitched voice. The entrance hall is deathly silent, but only his voice seems to echo and fade away. And with the source of that voice gone, all that remains are the sounds of the Aoi sobbing and Yuka rolling laughter. Gore folds over repeatedly, bowing in a puppet-like manner. Kyoji is shocked, speechless. No? Why would I believe you? How did you get this information? What, did you like read minds? Why would I believe you? That's the first thing. Second thing, we can safely assume and actually... God damn it. Now I'm wavering. God damn it. No. Aoi loves us. Yeah. Just being like torn in Akane like side is like the effect of this, but She actually loves Kyoji. She was like jealous of him. And she feels bad actually for doing so. We saw it many times, like indication that she feels bad for taking away Kyoji from Akane. She feels bad of her like previous thoughts back in the day, like 3 years ago, when she apparently still also loved Kyoji, it seems like, and she was jealous of everything. Well, who knows, maybe of the situation as well. Okay. Anyway, yeah, like she changed her ways, basically, from like pure hatred and like jealousy and just like, you know, to like actual love. But yeah, she still feels okay with like just jobbing Akane, I guess, in the side, but also feels not okay. She's like, why would I do this? Like she have like thoughts, you know? I know. I believe you. I mean, in the past, you might be like this, yes, but in the present, you understood your wrongdoings, that you thought about hurting others and stuff, but now you're actually considerate about Akane feelings because you felt bad about snatching Kyoji from her, actually. So yeah, Kyoji throws a sidelong glance at Aoi. It's not true. He wants to believe that's not true. But in some corner of his heart, it doesn't make sense. All those times, Aoi looked like she was on the verge of saying something but stopped. And that excessive shame she harbored over Akane. Yes, there were many times when she wanted to speak something and she was like, no. It's because of her, like, timid character. But also, I think like she don't really like deeply wants to hurt Akane the way anymore. She kind of still wants some subconsciously. She still feel like jealous over like Kyoji and stuff, right? And how Akane behaves and everything. But still, she's like conscious about this, and she tries to fight this back. So I think like we are on the good path on like solving the situation. Maybe this is the reason behind it all. Some of it is true. See? It's wrong. Exactly. Aoi cat finds the words. Gore dances around Kyoji and Aoi like a maddened will-o'-the-wisp. Wow. That transition been epic. We had Gore disappearing, Aoi showing up, and their speech overlapped. Whoa, that was cool. Did you like this transition? Let me know in the comments. Can you not? Gore waves his hand about. Kyoji Papa's disappeared, and in his place is a small silvery hand mirror. Okay. Aoi extends her hand and approaches Gore. No? Oh? New CG. This is very like fairy tale like, I would say. Like Alice in the Wonderland, there's like a mirror, it's like glowing, there's like Gore cape. She's like floating. I like the CG. It's ominous, but it's also like mysterious at the same time. Aoi approaches him with wobbly steps. The mirror in Gore's hands reflects the mirror behind them. Oh! Reflection in the reflection! This is like... Did I predict that Aoi wrote or something back in Akane Road? With like reflection of the reflection inside the eyes of the eyes? Is that a thing? Reflects the mirror behind them, and the mirror behind them reflects the mirror in the Gore's hand. Are you fucking... Oh my god. But maybe not... But maybe I'm going to be less confused now, because... it will probably explain what the fuck is happening, right? It's not going to be just like... wambo, mumbo, something theory about the reflections. And between the two of them, an endless corridor is formed. Okay. And standing in the middle of that corridor is Aoi. Like Aoi is walking within those mirrors. Though he's been watching her half-dazed, Kyoji's arm reflexively moves. Namiki. He reaches out for Aoi, but she doesn't turn around. She totters unsteadily forward, reaching for the mirror. Her form is reflected in the multitude of mirrors surrounding them. Gore can trap people in mirrors. Okay, that's a new ability. Gore gestures for her to come. The Aoi puppet, still on his hand, has an eerie smile on his face. Aoi fingertips are on the verge of touching the mirror. Namiki, don't go. Kyoji himself don't know what made him say that. His body moves faster than his thoughts can react to the situation. Kyoji stands up and turns towards Aoi. He tries to grab her arm. But as he's just about to, her Aoi fingers touches the mirror surface. A bright light blinds Kyoji. Feeling like he's just looked directly into the sun, Kyoji covers his face. He can't keep his eyes open, even with his eyelids closed and his arm covering them. The light feels intense enough to fry his brain. And within the light, he can hear Gore's voice. Well, time to save her. Inverse word, I guess, word of the mirrors. That's why we had this like... So... she hates as Eve, yeah. See, so I was right, actually. Like the mirror, like they saw mirror in the door and it reflected like the other side of Aoi, right? Like he saw in the mirror that Aoi is like smirking, right? And Aoi behind him was like, okay. So actually she does not hate. She hates in the mirror world, actually. She has like complicated past. She does feels bad about what happened. She have this like hateful thoughts from time to time. She still feel, you know, jealous and everything, but she's not hateful. But she is in the other world, in the mirror world. Well, shit. And Kyoji is probably not loving her in that world, right? As well. This is bad. And as soon as Gore finishes talking, and the light rapidly dies down. What if Gore is good guy, though, in the other world, and Yuka as well? What's the reflection of Yuka and Gore? Went off? What's Gore talking about? Oh, he didn't go anywhere. Because his hand is still on her arm. Okay, this is... Oh, he didn't go anywhere. His heart stamps. His pulse is loud in his ears. He opened his eyes, trying to wipe away the terror gripping him. But when his vision returns to him, what he sees is... a slender, blood-stained arm gripped by his hand. What the fuck? Everything missing from the elbow up. Kyoji falls back on his back behind, letting out a meaningless squeal in place of words. He just did something terrible. He just did something terrible. He doesn't know what happened or how. But Aoi died because of him. What? The despair and shock and the physical sense of terror all assault Kyoji at once. It's Aoi's arm, but he's scared. The fact that he's holding a severed arm terrifies him. His shivering fingers drop Aoi's arm, but when it lands, a hard wooden noise fills the entrance hall. Huh? On the close inspection, it's not a human arm. Okay. We're safe? It's a well-made doll arm. It's made of porcelain, has round joints, and it's cracked here and there. So Kyoji was the one who was actually in the illusion? So the doubts from the previous episode been actually real. Oh my god. They're so fucking with my mind. Oh god damn it. What is this game? Holy sh... Is this real? I don't know. Are we real in real, like... I don't even know. I'm looking at reality or on fake image now. I have no idea. Where's Aoi? If that was just a doll, where's Aoi? Where did Aoi go? Since when we are trapped? Since the scene in the room when we looked in the mirror? Or since like... what? Like... we walked to our rooms, on like separate rooms. Maybe Aoi is still in her room, you know, changing or something. Maybe everything started when like he entered the room of stone. When did that happen? When the switch happened? Yuka, who went down to the first floor at the same point, stands to Kyoji right, clapping gleefully. Gore is to his left, still hopping about. Kyoji can't keep up with the situation. He asks, stupefied. Where's Namiki? Okay, never mind. That was real. Just the severed arm was fake, okay? Well, this is still bad. The fun world of lies and falsehoods. She became idol. Anyone watching Oshinoko? Or read? Got fucked up. Letting out the dry chuckle, Kyoji looks up at them. What are you talking about? Let Namiki go. This is some kind of trick, right? Where are you keeping her? You can't go or hold hands. Hear me forming a circle around Kyoji. They dance around him. That's so creepy. Kyoji looks about the hall and calls out. Namiki? Hey Namiki, come out. I don't believe this stupid puppet show. Really, I don't, so come on out now already, Namiki. But Kyoji's voice only echoes through the corridor. No reply comes. You can't go or dance in a ring around him. Their laughter overlapping with his voice, like they're mocking him. He went to run off. He wants to go looking for Aoi. but you and Gore have made a tight ring around him, holding him in place. Koji moves in the smaller diameter, like he's being spun around by the ring. Okay, knowing Yuka and how she is like affected, like she feels like affection to Kyoji for some reason. I like Yuka. What's your past? Like, why Kyoji? Why you're so interested in him? Why you hate everyone who's like near Kyoji? What the fuck? But yeah, I think she just wants to have sex with him right now, right? At this point, Yuka smiles bashfully. Great. Okay, cut time and Senzo time, I guess. Koji jolts, hearing his name. His legs freeze. Eh? The hell you're say? Never mind, they just want to trap him. Okay. I wish we could have a pendant. Also, what's the origin of this pendant? Why this pendant is like fending off the illusions? This is also... There's so many things that I want to know. Before Kyoji can even try to run, Gore's arms sharply extend to him. He grabs him by the collar, pulling him up into the air. His fingertips dangle helplessly. With his throat gripped, he can't breathe. Gore's face approaches his. He swings his legs, trying to kick Gore's mantle, but his toes don't connect with anything. The only explanation is that there's nothing under that mantle. He's not hitting anything. He tries to kick, but the mantle fabric just flapped unharmed. Okay, wait, what is happening? Aren't we trapped already anyway? What are you going to do? Gore's face splits open vertically. It opens all the way to the base of his ears. No, it even extends past that, into the space around his face. What the fuck? Wait, Ghost is like going... What? Gore can like eat people like fully, keeping them alive in his belly or something? Like forever? And like, what? Okay. Gore, interdimensional being from another universe? And from that tier in space, Kyoji sees strange colors. Like a multitude of colors smooshed together, forming a turquoise-colored mosaic. The color warps and returns, gradually converging bit by bit, forming a single shape. It twists, taking on a spiral form, becoming a sharp spear that hurls toward Kyoji. Okay, never mind. What is happening? But as he expects the lights to pierce him. Okay, Gore suddenly turns his head a full 180 degrees. Now his neck is broken. The strange turquoise color and the odd spear disperse like he's just been snapped out of a dream. What was that? Something's coming. Okay, what is coming? Can you feel the presence of like the pendant maybe? Maybe Yoshiki is close? This is surprising that Gore react that hard on the pendant presence, actually. I felt like he cannot like tell what it is, because in the fight with Yoshiki in the previous episode, like in the previous road, he didn't knew what it is, and he was like, oh, this thing can like repel me or something, you know, suddenly. But here it seems like he can feel it, unless it's something else. Gore's gaze is fixed on the mirror in the front door, but Kyoji can't see what changed the Gore, blocking his field of vision. No. Kyoji can see something. The surface of this mirror wouldn't crack no matter what, how much he hit it. is undulating over so slightly. Like a serene pond that had a pebble cast into it. It ripples, seems to expanding. Okay. It's like a drum skin being beaten too hard. A large sphere is bending its way inside. Okay, the mirror world attacking our world? Like, this is like, I don't know, like we have portal to another dimension and another dimension trying to invade ours. What is happening? Is Aoi going back? Maybe? Wait, but if Aoi go back through this... Wait, what? Wouldn't she be bad? Wait. Okay, let's just read. I have no fucking idea what to expect. The mirror continues to rap, even as Yuka asks him anxiously. Gore screeches in a high-pitched voice. I think this is... This must be Yoshiki and the pendant, right? Someone is trying to push me back, okay. The mirror super swells up and expands. And then shatters into pieces that scatters into the air. Or that's what Kyoji expected to happen, but the outcome is different. Kyoji squeezes his eyes shut, fully expecting the mirror to shatter. But when he opens them, all he sees is the front door, now gaping open. Past the open door is trees. He can make out clear, unclouded sky hanging above them. Okay, so this is Yoshiki just breaking the illusion. Okay, breaking the illusion. Now, where's Yuka? I mean, where's Aoi? There's no way like she actually got transported into some other dimension. That's not real, right? We have like illusions. So she must be somewhere in the dimension. We just need to break the illusion to see her, right? And also, there he is. Okay, yeah, thank you. God damn it. Okay, Yoshiki, we have one problem. Aoi is nowhere to be seen. We need to go into the mansion and find her. I need your help. She must be somewhere here. There's no way like she just disappeared. Like, this is just like impossible. Yoshiki slowly walks through the front door. Old man, what are you doing here? Yoshiki cracks a crooked smile. Yoshiki thrusts his hand into the coat pocket and steps into the mansion slowly. His long coat flips with the wind blowing in through the open door. Okay. Yuka retorts hatefully. She curls a lock of hair over her fingers, toying with it, and heavies a bored sigh. Okay. Yuka, you're not the best to say that. Yuka glare turns even sharper. Gore still hopping around Yuka. Gore hands still gripping Kyoji's neck are shivering, being jerked around like his mantle, like this makes him sick. Yuka curls her head curiously, and then curls her crimson lips up into a smirk. Okay, so see, Aoi is still somewhere around, just as I said. Okay, the problem is they want to punish her somehow. That's not good. Yuka gently reaches out at the moment Kyoji is offhandedly dropped to the floor. Gore large form soars through the air, frightened face peering in from the door let out a scream. It's Yuka's mother. Oh, okay. So Momon, wait, what was her name? Momona? Something like that, right? So she went actually to get the help and she found Yoshiki, probably. So by punishing the girl, they mean her, the Yuka mother, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yuka just look young, but she's like hundreds or thousands years old, probably. And that's why she's like, everyone to her is just like a kid. So yeah, makes sense that she calls her a girl. Yeah. Oh, also yeah, what the fuck. Yoshiki, help her. Like, she did nothing wrong. It's Core Lady. She tries to run away, tripping over her feet. Gore black mantle soon covers her. Okay, never mind. She's gone this time. Okay. Kyoji can't steer. He can't so much as blink. Slender emanating limbs pop out from the hem of Gore black body, like the deformed legs of some kind of insect. Another stiff sound. The bony limbs twitch and jolt, and then fall limply to the floor. With the moonlight shining in on them from the window, the bodies of the Gore and Yuka mother converge like some kind of a strange anthropod. Kyoji shivers. The urge to scream fills him, but his tongue sticks to the roof of his dry mouth. Yoshiki clicks his tongue bitterly. He throws a sidelong glance at Yuka through his sunglasses. What? Okay, that one reveal I did not expect it. Holy shit. What? This old lady is little sister of Yuka. What? Yoshiki, did you know Yuka before she became what she is? Seems like you knew both of them. You know... This road, holy shit. Little sister. And also that's why she called her little girl, because it's her like younger sibling. What the fuck? My brain. Kyoji looks at Yuka. That old woman couldn't possibly be this girl's younger sister. What is Yoshiki talking about? Yeah, the thing is, trying to distract himself from the eerie chilling noises coming from Gore, Kyoji forces himself to look at Yuka. So she's not like 100 years old, she's like 80? Let's say? Trying to distract himself from the eerie chilling noises from the Gore, Kyoji forces himself to look at Yuka. I let her leave, yeah. Yoshiki approaches Kyoji indifferently, yanking him by the arm and pulling him away. I can't, Namiki, she's... Aoi is gone. Yoshiki glares sharply at Yuka. Yuka smirks back at him. I don't believe it. She must be somewhere here. She must be in some kind of illusion. There's no way she's like actually gone in like some other dimension. There's no way. I mean, yeah, you can create like dimensions and stuff, but these are like illusions and you can shatter them with the pendant, so we can do this. We're gonna find her. It seems at some point Yuka picked up Aoi mirror because she holds it up and then drops it to the floor. Thanks to the carpet, it doesn't break. Kyoji reflexively snatches it from the floor, and Yoshiki tags on his arm again. But Namiki... And upon saying that, Yoshiki pulls something out of his coat and aims it at Yuka casually. Oh! I thought like he will like take out the pendant, but okay. Can be a gun. Also, yeah, we learned like from the previous road that things can hurt Yuka. apparently. But they don't do anything to her really, right? Like, she got stabbed in the previous road and she was fine, she just transferred her soul to another person. And when last time he tried to shoot Yuka in the previous road, Gore basically protected her, right? As if like something would actually happen to her. So she's not invincible, as I said in the previous road. Here's the sound at close range. And it feels like it rattles his very skull. He only realized what he just heard with a gunshot when he finally sees what Yoshiki's holding. Yuka's small body jolts 3 times. She flies back like a leaf dancing in the wind. Her slender trunk essentially cut in 2. Okay. The bullet cartridge falls to the ground, glinting. The smell of gunpowder smoke hangs in the air before being blown out the window. Kyoji lunges at Yoshiki, holding his breath. Q, what did you just do? Yeah, and she's still alive. What are you? Yeah, she's a little weird, but she's just a little girl. Kyoji, you dumbass! What the fuck? You just had like you have Gore, who's like fucking being from another dimension or something, and Yuka, who's like in like good relation with him, and like yeah, and that. Kyoji is stunned. Nothing Yoshiki says makes sense. As Yoshiki puts his pistol away, Kyoji notices a pendant of some sort curled around his right hand. He once again reaches into his pockets as he walks. Kyoji throws a glance at Yuka, who's lying on the floor, while Yoshiki pulls him away. Red blood is dripping from the ravaged remains, pooling on the floor. The stench of blood hangs in the air, it makes him sick. At Yoshiki's voice, Kyoji's head turns with the slow, wooden movements. Yeah, your mistress, okay. Gore's expression is blank. He just sits in the middle of the floor, staring at him fixedly. No, he's not staring at anything. He stopped, like a toy that's run out of the batteries. At least that's the impression Kyoji gets. Interesting. Interesting. So Yuka needs to be conscious in order for Gore to be able to move? Because she has consciousness probably, she's not dead yet, but he sounded like... Don't you need to go to her? Sounds like Gore can like fix Yuka, but Yuka can still die if nothing will happen. As Yoshiki drags Kyoji away, he kicks Gore's body. Propelled by the kick, Gore topples deeper into the dimension. Okay. Yoshiki being the badass. He lets go of Kyoji, who's still in that stamper, and takes out his other hand from his pocket. Cigarette. As he puts the cigarette into his mouth and lights it, his eyes move between Gore and toppled over form and Yuka crumbled remains. But when he scuffs his hand into his pocket again, a feeble voice can be heard coming from within the dimension. I bet it does. Yeah, you are not invincible, but you are still immortal, it seems. Yeah, that sucks, being immortal. No way, it can be. She's still alive in that state? I feel bad for Yuka when this is happening. My feelings are so conflicted about Yuka. I feel bad for her at points, but I also... oh god, why is this happening? What is happening? What is this game? A shudder runs through him, and at the same time he somehow feels like he should help her. A small child, her body so small and thin, as dying and crying out for help. He feels his heart tremble at the sight, but Yoshiki once again reaches into his pocket takes out the Squarnish box. He kicks Gore's leg, which is sticking out of the door, and tosses the box into the room. Her faint moans are stifled as Yoshiki shuts the door. Yoshiki bolts off, half crying, Kyoji in the arms. Is the box like a bomb or something? They sprint past the front lawn and onto the trail in the woods. Through the windbreak, he can see Yuka Mesh grow distant. He shouts as hard as he can. Aoi, no! Aoi! They move past the windbreak, down the trail, connecting to the well, and past the Hokora. Yep, that was a bomb. Okay. So we're blowing up Yuka again. Where's Aoi? I mean, they're suggesting that Aoi is in the mirror. Yuka drop it on the floor as is suggesting that if this mirror shatters, then Aoi is dead. How do we get inside? What do we do now? My mind is blind. But when they reach it, the ground suddenly starts shaking. An earthquake. But no, soon after a rumble shakes the air, and a hot flash burning his eyes. Even this far off, the blast shakes the trees. He shields his face with his arms as the leaves slash against him. Also, so in this road there will be not many age scenes, it seems like, in the end. Because Aoi is gone. Last time Yuka possessed Akane body after her death, after Yuka death. But now there's no Aoi, so she have no one to possess that's like close to Kyoji really. Unless we are going with like... Also, yeah, we still don't know where Akane is really. She's somewhere like hidden. Yeah, where's Akane? But yeah, it seems like Yuka have no one to like possess right now, right? To have like getting close to Kyoji. Because the one that loves him and that he loves is trapped in like another dimension, it seems. Yeah. After a while, the wind dies down. The vicinity of the mansion is still bright. An orange tint washes over the sky. Aoi. Kyoji comes to. Hey old man, what did you do? Yep. Yoshiki replies, obvious as it could part. Why did you do that, Aoi? I was still in there. Yeah, and okay, so we can trust Yuka words basically. If she says something is not there, then it really isn't. It's in another dimension or something. Okay, so you're not only making illusions, you're actually transporting people. I mean, guess it makes sense because we need Pendant to break free. Can we like push the Pendant through the mirror or something and we can like get to Aoi like or something? Maybe. There's no way she was telling the truth. Where could she have gone? She walked towards Gore and disappeared after a flash of light. It makes no sense for her to leave the place in that short time frame, so she must have been there, somewhere in the mansion. Kyoji, sometimes I'm doubting if you see anything. You just experience like the most bizarre thing ever. You even questioned your sanity. And you're still like, no, it's impossible. That didn't happen. No. I mean, yeah, he may think that, yeah, I'm just crazy. Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess that makes sense. He can just think that, yeah, that I just went crazy. I've been scared and stuff, and I just imagined stuff. And Aoi is really somewhere there. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. This is like the denying the truth, but also trying to protect yourself from like accepting something that's like otherworldly, I guess. But while Kyoji lunges at him angrily, Yoshiki doesn't so much as far away, bro. Yeah. Kyoji is rendered speechless. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for pointing this out to him. Okay. Not that. Okay, so we are not giving up on Aoi. Okay. Because Yuka didn't said she's gone. I mean, she said she's gone, but she didn't say that she's dead. She just said like she vanished basically. So yeah, she's still alive. I don't know or understand anything. After peering into Kyoji's face, Yoshiki shifts his gaze back into the dimension. The sound of loud murmuring and chattering can be heard from the shrine. The wailing of the fire and engine siren is approaching from afar. Yoshiki and Kyoji sneaks down the mountain surface as to avoid drawing attention to themselves and go back to town. Despite it being late at night, curious onlookers gathered at Nishimori Shrine, watching the flames at the mountain's peak excitedly. By mixing in with the onlookers, Kyoji and Yoshiki return home. He can't think of anything anymore. Yuka's small moans of agony fills Kyoji's ears, and Aoi, as she was moments before disappearing, vanishes over and over, flashes over and over against in his mind. But despite this, both Aoi's disappearance and Yuka's gruesome death don't feel real to him, like he saw it all on TV. But after Yoshiki dragged him down the mountain, and somehow brought his home, Kyoji retires to his room, unable to come up with what to tell Yamiko. He's still gripping Aoi's mirror, cheap, metallic cold mirror. This is the only thing left to trust the fact that Aoi's disappearance before his eyes. His head feels numb to the core, and so he feels asleep, still gripping Aoi's mirror. But his sleep is riddled with dreams. He thinks he remembers dreaming of Aoi, and Akane might have popped up as well, Yuka too. Aoi, clad in that Alice dress, runs off somewhere, her skirt fluttering with each step. So he tries to reach out and grab her by the arm. And yet... yeah, her arm alone remains in Kyoji's grasp. He has PTSD actually from the side, yeah. This is like trauma. And it's not a doll arm, it's a real arm dripping with blood. And something appears from within a severed section. And that something is Akane. What? Wet with Aoi's blood, Akane keeps pumping in and out of her wound in repetitive motions. Wait, what? What the fuck? What do you mean? Within the severed section, so like so you have like cut off arm, and like from inside of the arm there's like Akane like looking like out. What the fuck nightmare? What kind of nightmare is that? What? So she's like popping out and back? What the fuck? What is this? Their eyes meet, Kyoji's, and she says with a slightly hoarse voice. Each time he dreams, he jolts awake. The coldness of the mirror makes him come to and falls into abyss like slumber once again. In between dreams, he thinks he can hear Yoshiki and Yamiko talking in the hallway. He remembers seeing her peer into his room consent too. But even that might have been part of his dreams. And as he wanders between one dream to another, the sky begins to brighten. At some point, she lost track of time. We are in some... okay, I guess we are going to follow Aoi, probably. But this is going to be next episode? What the hell? I'm going to cut here because this is just insane. This is just insane. I think we are so he's dreaming and maybe like he somehow entered the mirror now. This perspective of Aoi in that other world. Look, everything is like dark. Like normal world have like bright skies, right? And this is what like gloomy and everything. So the world is inverted. So this is the mirror world. And she lost track of time, so it's been a while. Like time feels different there, it seems. She is lost for a long time, so I guess in this world, like time is going differently, and she's like wandering for a long time. Who knows for how long? Maybe it's been hours, maybe that's why it's just at some point, or maybe it's years, who knows? Anyway, let's go to the episode, let's going to see what's going to happen this time, and yeah, let's do it. Yeah, okay, should be fine. I'm checking audio again, I'm sorry. Morning turned to noon, which soon gave way to the starry night, but none of it feels real. What's happened? Just what happened to her? Why is she all alone? Aoi walks on, yep. The hem of her skirt fluttering with each step. She feels good. She hasn't eaten all day, but she doesn't feel hungry. She can't remember what happened. Oh! She even don't have a memory of it. Fragments of the memory flash in her mind every so often. Kyoji looking at her coldly. A vague memory of a strange puppet. A girl looking at her with cold eyes, throwing insults at her. But when she gently pinched the hem of her dress, the minor thoughts of inconsequential are gone, soon forgotten. Interesting. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. I could disappear after all. Could disappear? I pauses quizzically. Yeah, so she is aware that she's gone, like, from the real world, okay. No, she disappeared. She looks around. The town spreads around her, looking as it always does, but there's no one here. Looking as it always does? A doubt sprouts in some corner of Aoi's mind, but it soon gets away. She looks around the town. It's the same size as ever. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. Yeah, but, you know, I would say that's pretty much not looking the same. The sky, no people around. It's all alone here. There isn't anyone else walking around. It's like Aoi is the queen of the town now. She can do whatever she likes and no one will mind. No one like that woman who could call herself her slow or lecture her with a smug, self-satisfied expression. That woman? Is she like talking about Akane? Did Akane lecture her with a smug, really? Okay, I guess like this is how she sees Akane. It's like her perspective, basically. No good, the images are flashing again, clinging to her mind. Aoi pinches her dress again, distracting herself once more. Okay, it'll be fine. She doesn't remember how long she spent walking through the streets. But she hears someone else's voice, or rather scream, for the first time since coming here. Why is Akane here? What the fuck? A strange shout, and the voice is one Aoi recognizes. A voice she wishes she could forget. A voice she doesn't want to hear. Okay. Why she's in the mirror? Oh. Oh, right. Sadashima is gone. Akane been somewhere. Gore probably transported her here as well. So Kyoji have no one like around him, so she can like take him for herself, basically. Oh, so they're both trapped here now. What's worse, Kyoji don't know that Akane is here. She finds herself in a building that looks like ruins. When did she end up in here? Rubble, made of white concrete, is stacked up before her eyes, shining in what looks like a heat daze. The white walls cast black shadows, granting cold, artificial contrast to everything. The voice comes from behind the largest piece of rubble. Okay, I have a feeling like... Why this is the... Okay, good I'm recording. Maybe I will stitch this to the previous episode. I don't know if I want this to be in the beginning of the next episode. I don't really know. But I guess this is like sensor time, right? Because she sounds like that. So something is happening. What if we have like a reproduction of like what Sadashima did to her? Or something? And Aoi will look at this? Or maybe this is like, you know, like the memory, basically. Like Aoi will be looking again from the shadows at what happened to Kyoji and to Aoi, basically. What if this is that? This is like a memory. And she will like maybe decide to step out this time. She never heard her voice in those tones before, but it's definitely Akane. And at the same time, she hears a man cackling obscenely, the laughter mingling with her cries. Aoi slips behind the rubble, heading towards the voices. Wow, she's going to just observe again, like she did in past. Maybe she will like come out and she will like help her. Maybe that would be good, right? What are they doing is painfully obvious from their voices, but a dark exhilaration burns in her heart. You know what? Let me just like turn this down, maybe. Okay, I have this down. It's like a day, 3 years ago. Yeah, just like I said, it's like the reproduction of events. At the time, her resentment for Akane wasn't quite as pronounced as it is now. She didn't hate Akane utterly, but she did feel extremely annoyed at her at times. At times, it's fine, Aoi, it's fine. Everyone can feel annoyed of someone at times. You don't hate her, like you said, utterly, so that's fine. But yeah, like, you just looking in the past, not coming out, I guess, yeah, like, based on her, like, personality, yeah, she would not come out, like, that would mean that she would be a part of it as well. So, yeah, that's probably was a smart idea for her to just stay in shadows, I guess. But yeah, just looking is kind of fucked up, yeah. As well. So this is kind of like, I don't know, like gray area, I would say. Like she should like do something, but at the same time, come on, they were just like kids, right? Like what you can do at that point, at that time. She wandered towards the shrine, innocently, enough 3 years ago, and so it happened. And while some part of her did feel bad for Akane, she realized there was a part of her that felt like she deserved it. And that was when she became aware of her anger towards Akane. Akane was abusing her. Was she now? Akane, like, how are you making stuff up? I'm not believing that. She always mocked her and stuck her nose in her business. Maybe because she's like worried about you? So, I mean, Aoi lost her brother and father and she's always so silent and stuff. Like, she just wants to be friends with you. So I want to see her get humiliated for once. To hear her scream shamefully. Okay, Aoi, what the fuck? Come on. Get out of yourself. Come on, what the... This is the same scene that we had in Sadashima. This is basically a reproduction of what we already seen. She peeks in from behind the rubble, seeing Akane pale body arc up. The revenge-fueled curiosity that dominated Aoi earlier has by now given way to fear and disgust. Fuck! Oh my god, why is this guy... Oh god damn it, why are we doing this? No! No! Aoi jolts, feeling a pair of hands resting on her shoulders from behind. I get it. Okay. Tadashima whispers into her ear with a sticky, vicious voice. The two men approaching her, smirking. Behind them, Akane sluggishly rises her body and turns around. White strands drip from her crotch. Akane looks up at Aoi, her blank gaze sobbing into her. Yeah, with spilling from her lips too, she whispers. Wow. So we are going to torture Aoi mentally and physically in this world. Holy shit. So this Akane is not our Akane. This is basically the embodiment of like evil Akane that Aoi imagined. Basically, right? Her lips contoured, forming an ugly frown. A frown of scorn and anger. And at that moment, Aoi can't so much as stare. Oh no, whoa, 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 calm down. Why it's so silent? I don't get this. I don't understand why this game is so silent. I hope I can like bump up audio in post-production. Really hope so. If she tried to move, maybe she would have been able to do it. But she remembers. Aka went through something terrible. Akane's suffering wasn't any fault of her own. It was our fault. Her legs won't move. Being subject to Akane anger is only natural conclusion here. She deserves to be punished. Aoi squeezes her eyes shut, but even through her closed eyelids, she can feel Akane cold glare. There's no escaping it. Tadashima pushes Aoi forward, effectively dragging her to the boys. She's helpless as they tear her clothes off. They push her face and shoulders to the ground, lifting up her waist and opening her legs. The boys are laughing scornfully as they look at her. Okay, Aoi finally starts vomiting. Whoa. It hurts, she wants to run. What the fuck, this version of Akane is terrifying as hell. It's so humiliating, but more than ever, even that, it's terrifying. She never knew the feel of other people doing what they please with her body could be so horrifying. It dawned on her just how cruel she was to think that Akane deserved any of this. Been soiled, defiled, that's how she feels. This is irreparable. Her body will never go back to the way it was before this. The despair is indescribable. Yeah, yep, we know. Akane word stabs into Aoi. She can see out the corner of her eye how Akane is being put through the same treatment. Okay, she's broken. That's how Aoi escapes. She ran into this place, and once she discovers she wasn't safe even here, she seeks refuge in pleasure. At first, she thinks her vision has twisted from pleasure, but that's not the case. The bones crumble, and her flesh jelts out and drips away. The thin flesh spilling from the ribs gradually turns brown. It's covered with dots and started giving off a foul, rotten smell. What the fuck? Sadashima, who moved next to her at some point, sneers. Her expression is obscene. His outline is fading, letting him melt away. Aoi turns her eyes to Sadashima, her vision fading as well. Sadashima melts. Not his expression, but his very face warps and melts. His handsome features contoured, the flesh of his cheeks and neck starts to sagging, dropping and hanging over his throat. Any protuberances on his face, like his nose and ears, shift out of position. His flesh and skin stretches like cheese, revealing the reddish ligament of his muscles beneath them. Yellowish fluid seeps out. That must be the mold and fat. When the pale sunlight shines on it, it forms a rainbow glow. Muddy blood, mixed with other body fluids, gushes out of his face, at points in small geysers. His smirking mouth crumbles, his lower jaw comes off under the weight of its bone and dangles from his chin. Even as he dissolves like the decaying corpse, Sadashima speaks through a collapsed mouth. One of his eyeballs pops, forced out of its socket. The white fibers of its optic nerves dangle, falling over this cheek. What the fuck? Are we really going to, like... Oh my god. Are we have, like, zombies, like, corpses and stuff, and they're going to... And they're like... Oh my god, what the... Really? This... Oh god, this is happening? That's horrifying. His eyes are soft and flabby, just like jellyfish full of water. And dull as he looks at Aoi. Blood spills all over his top half, tainting his uniform, until it looks like he's wearing a crimson apron. Aoi can only wordlessly stare at Sadashima as he feels apart before her eyes. Maybe they will, like, collapse before they can do anything? Like, please, just, like, die already? But it seems that, despite the state they're in, the boys' respective libidos aren't in the worse for wear. Oh no. Each time they laugh, their dissolved bodies undulate, their liquefied flesh and fat splashing around. A stench like rotten eggs fills her nostrils. What the actual fuck? This is really way worse than Akane Road. Holy shit! Who thought that writing this is a good idea? Holy fuck. It's cold. It feels like a piece of ham taken out of the fridge was just thrust into Aoi's body. But despite that, pleasure like nothing she felt before runs through Aoi's body. An euphoric pleasure, like a sensation of urination, fills Aoi's lower half. The boy's flesh and blood rain over her. Okay, while he's doing stuff, one of his legs falls apart and he collapses to the ground. What the fuck? This guy, like, sausage just, like, is still stuck inside. And the body is gone. What the actual fuck? Why do we... Oh god. You are so lucky to not see this. Oh god. It's rot and black and rotten in color, and very little blood seeps from it. Something starts to break inside Aoi. Other boy casually grabs the torn thing and pulls it out. After throwing away a part of his friend's body like this garbage, he shoves his own. All around Aoi, the boy's bodies fall apart, forming a deposit of flesh and blood. Aoi smeared with the boy's rotten flesh and the bodily fluids. The walls contracts around her. A small world consisting only of Aoi's surroundings. She's surrounded by the images of herself moaning. Hi Gore, hi Yuka. Something touches Aoi's foot. It touches her legs, her arms. She feels the boy swarm over her. And as she does, they form a wall, obfuscating her field of vision. From every direction, every which way, all she can see is her own reflection, gazing back at her sluggishly. The invisible wall gradually closes in on her. The world gets smaller and smaller, so the Shima-decaying face pushes against Aoi. His eyeballs cling to her as foul-smelling body fluids shower her. Her body is being crushed along with the boy's flesh. It doesn't take long before intense pain overwhelms her, and she feels her bones snap. Her mouth overflows with blood. She can hear the sound of bones being crushed. But even as she realizes that this is the sound of her skull being crushed, there's nothing she can do about it now. Oh. I actually reached the ending. What the actual... What the actual... Oh god. That was probably the most horrifying ending out of all I've seen. Now, how do we prevent this? That's the question for another episode, I think. I think I will just cut this and put this into the previous episode. I don't see a reason to leave this as a single, the different episode. So I'm going to cut this and put this into the previous one. Okay, I think it's time to load the game and see, like, what we can do. Which part could lead us to this? How do we assure that Aoi would like to stay with us and not go to this mirror world, or at least to not feel like she needs self-punishment? Because it's either of these two. Wow. Anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Aoi Road? Ooh, let me check. Actually, I don't want to check now because I will have to like censor the boxes and stuff, and I don't want to. I will check like what's the name of the ending in the gallery later, probably. So yeah, what's the ending name? Yeah, I will see you in the next episode of Gore Screaming Show when we are going to load the game and try to figure out stuff. Basically, we'll probably start from like the earliest point, so this one, and then we are going to move up as we try to figure things out, because I'm not sure where I could make a mistake, but I definitely did, as we could see. What a horrifying ending. Anyway, thank you for being with me. Leave up a like if you liked the episode, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks once again for being with me and for the Pocket Watch as going out.